another big hitter in mathematics there. And the simple definition of a proportion is a true statement about two ratios that are equal. It can be two ratios, or you can call a ratio a fraction. That are equal. And an example for that would be, anything really proportional. 3/4 equals 6/8. This would be proportional. Okay? In other words, you could think of it like this. If there were 3 boys in a class when there were 4 girls, 3 boys to 4 girls, if that ratio is true, then if there were 6 boys, there would be 8 girls. Those things are proportional. You with me, Charlie? Oh, you are. Generally speaking, you're looking at me. Or, something else that would be proportional to that would be, what if there were 12 boys? Well, starting with this, or either one of these, how do you go from 3 to 12? You multiply by 4. So if you multiply 4 by 4, you get, there would have to be 16 girls. Equal fractions are proportional, they're equal ratios. And that was the thing that we talked about. Caroline asked that question. Okay, you could write the ratio of, we could buy 3 tennis balls for $2.49. That would be proportional to 12 tennis balls that would cost how much? It's also a proportion. And then who said it over there? Somebody, who told me, who asked me? Oh yeah, Alex said, couldn't you just do this? Well, yeah, since they're equal proportions, you could have just said, okay, 3 times 4 is 12, so $2.49 times 4 gave me what, $9.96 if I actually would do that out. Because those things are proportional. If you think about what proportional means, what does the word proportional mean outside of math? If somebody said that your head was not proportional to your body, what would that mean?
That means it.
What would that mean?
That's big.
Alex?
Your head's either bigger than your head or smaller. Or it's bigger than your body or smaller than your body.
With respect to what an average person's would be. Okay, if your head's not proportional, it could either be smaller in proportion than what it should be. For example, babies. Okay, little babies, their heads are actually disproportional to their bodies compared to what your head would be to your body. Because babies, if you look at them, almost sometimes close to half of their body. I mean, when you look at them. And some of you said you had big heads. It's just what it is. You grow into your head. I'm just saying. That's what proportional means. Is one grows, the other one grows. Here's a question from the book. Write this down. Which fraction is proportional to, what one did they have there? 2/3. And then they give us a couple choices here. Is 2/4, is 3/4, is 4/6, or is 3/2? Which one of those is proportional? And again, it just simply means which fraction is the same as or equal to 2/3. And the way you just kind of figure it out is by looking at them here. This one here, it's the same top number, so for it to be proportional, it would have to have the same bottom number. Okay, 2/3 would have to equal 2/3, so it can't be this one. This one here is kind of tough to tell. If I have 2/3, does that equal 3/4? What's a quick way to tell whether two fractions are equal? Anybody know? Morgan?
If you can go to the top number.
Not necessarily, no. Quick way to tell if two fractions are equal. And don't say draw pictures, because drawing pictures is never a quick way. It's a good way, but is that what you're saying, Alex?
No.
What's a quick way to tell? Gabe? Yes and no. That would probably work here, 0.6, 0.75, but there's a very quick way. Very quick way indeed. Sam?
Multiply
Multiply what?
numbers.
Yeah. You could change the bottoms to the same denominators, but let me just tell you, quick way to do it is this. If two fractions are equal, their diagonals, when you multiply them together, will be equal. In other words, this times this, 3 times 3 equals 9, 4 times 2 equals 8. If those numbers aren't equal when you multiply, then the fractions aren't equal. Let's go back to this one here. Now let's go back to this one here. These two fractions are equal. 4 times 6 is 24, 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 12 is 96, 16 times 6 is also 96. So a quick way to see if things are proportional would be to multiply their diagonals. What about 4/6? 2/3 equal to 4/6? Sure, because 3 times 4 is 12 and 6 times 2 is 12. It certainly wouldn't be equal to this, because if you multiply that, you get 94. So that is kind of the gist on the low down there. And then write down this one more example problem here. Six is to 9 as what number is to 36? Okay. And this would be how you would write this out. Okay. Just like when we talk about ratios, the first number given is the one. 6 is to 9 would look like this. 6 is to 9 as what number you don't know is to 36. Writing that proportionately, it would look like that. 6 is the 9 as what number is the 36. And then how do you figure that out? Well, easiest way for this is to go 9 times 4 is 36, so 6 times 4 is 24. Charlie, do you have that written down? You need an invitation to write things down, because I can do that. Have you written anything down in this whole class period? You have? Thanks, Alex. You keep a track. So I sit next to him and give him one love every now and then.